After the postponement of race 1 yesterday due to weather conditions and the cancellation of the Superpole race, Jonathan Rea only has 2 scoring opportunities to make up a mammoth 30-point margin. We go down to the last day of the season to settle the 2021 crown, the 21st of November, the latest ever title decider. Lights out on race 1. Not a good start at all from Scott Redding. Rea is away superbly. Garrett Gerloff comes through. On top rack, Razgatlioglu. Andrea Locatelli comes through on the inside of Razgatlioglu. Redding recovering to the inside line. Top rack pushed back to third. It's Rea who leads early on. Gerloff loses out in the initial skirmish. Tom Sykes forcing his way through very nicely indeed. Remember, from 6th position on the grid, he's already up to 4th. Gerloff a little tentative. Bassani comes through as well. Bautista also making progress. Rinaldi with a really strong start. All the way down in 14th position he started this race. He's already up inside the top 10. Mercado just losing a spot as Rinaldi comes through on him. Further progress now being made by Michael Ruben Rinaldi. It looks like he's got through on Bautista and Gerloff already, so he's gained all the way up from 14th on the grid to 7th position just in the early stages. Top rack finding his feet at the front of the field. It's Jonathan Rea who's burst from the line. Ideal situation for the number 1. He's got a buffer in Scott Redding between himself and Razgatlioglu, but not for much longer. Redding tipping in there a little late, and Top rack gets through, and Tom Sykes right on the pace and right on the case of this top 3.
Yeah, Sykes with that X tyre really strong in the opening lap, coming through from 6th on the grid. We saw Gerloff make a good start in the run down in towards turn 1, lose a lot of ground. Toprak got off the line a little bit slowly. He's come up to speed pretty quickly here on lap 1, though, up into 2nd spot.
Very early days to be talking about the championship given these conditions, as Tom Sykes scythes through on Scott Redding. Redding, though, on the switchback will have the inside line as they make their way off turns 13 and 14 up towards the longest braking area on this circuit, in towards the slowest corner on this 4.3 kilometre track, and in towards turn 16. Jonathan Rea beginning to have to defend now. Same for Scott Redding behind him, who's been well and truly dropped by Top Rack Razgatlioglu. Now remember, in the context of the championship, Top Rack only needs 2nd place in order to seal this title, but he's not one for settling for 2nd. He's going to be a racer to the last. Top Rack at the start of lap 2 thinks about a move on Jonathan Rea. Whatever you do, don't collect the back of him. Rea holds firm. Less than 1/10 of a second between them, though, at the end of lap number 1.
Yeah, Top Rack's looking pretty good there, trying to make a run on the run into towards turn 1. He looks comfortable at this stage. It's in the second half of the lap, though. That's where it really is in the damper conditions, so we'll wait and see what it's like on the run into towards turn 10. But Top Rack doing a good job at this stage, keeping a watching brief there. Big cross, that could be Connick at the start of the lap.
Very spectacularly indeed, and his inexperience telling there. He'd worked his way up quite nicely into 15th position.